What's going on, traders? We got a lot to discuss. Before we get into that, like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below. Let's get into the video. Now, in my last video, what did I say? I said yesterday's close looks like a bull trap. And look what happened today. We gapped down. When are you guys going to take me serious? I mean, you got to give me a like. You got to give me a subscribe for yesterday's video. If not the video before yesterday, yesterday's video don't prove anything to you. I don't know what will. All right. In yesterday's video, I said this is a hangman pattern, a bearish pattern. You had YouTubers, you had your favorite YouTubers, you had Twitter, Reddit, whatever, saying this is a bullish hammer pattern. Telling you guys in your face this is a bullish hammer pattern. How hard is it to Google these things? So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. All right, I really don't. You look at triple Qs, you see the same exact thing. Hangman pattern. This is a bearish pattern. We gap down. Like, come on, hit the like button. Hit the like button for me. Come on, give me that. Give me that much. All right. So let's go over some key levels real quick. All right. First, we're gonna go over NVDA actually. So NVIDIA is pretty interesting. If we're looking at the daily time frame, let's get rid of this. If we're looking at the daily time frame, we have a bullish pattern. I know that surprised the heck out of you, right? We have a bullish pattern here. We have a piercing line pattern. All right, this is a bullish pattern. All right, we look it up. Piercing line candlestick pattern. All right, the bullish candle covers up 50% of the previous bearish candle. And as you guys can see, I mean, if this isn't 50%, I don't know what is. Okay, I'm clearly just terrible at math and my vision is absolutely terrible. Okay, so that's something a little bit concerning if you're trying to be bearish heading into tomorrow. Okay, we go down to the 2 hour time frame. Okay, we go down to the 2 hour time frame. Again, we have room. We do have room here where we could potentially just hit one of these moves, head towards 884, 885. Highest I'm looking at is about 895 before we see another leg down. Okay. Now, again, price targets haven't changed for NVIDIA. In order for me to be bullish again on NVIDIA, I'm looking at 924. That's my bullish confirmation. Okay. Which is above this supply and demand zone right here, this 4 hour supply and demand zone. In order for me, well, not in order for me, but right now I'm kind of neutral on it. I want to see how tomorrow plays out. But as far as a more bearish downside, you want to see a break below these guys. What have I told you guys? Wicks tell you where sellers and buyers are. So below these guys right here at 830, you break below 830, you're heading to 823 easy. Okay. And at that point, you're retesting the supply and demand zone. Okay. So your bullish scenario is you open up, you get good news tomorrow, and then you head further down. Okay. That's your slight bullish scenario. Can we break out? Sure. We'll entertain that idea for now. Okay. Can you break out? Sure. Maybe you head towards 895, 900. But as you guys can see right here, we zoom in, there is a lot going on here. A lot of bears in this area, a lot of fighting happening in this area. I don't think we're just going to, unless the news tomorrow is astronomical, I don't think we're just going to head up here and just continue to just rally higher. That would be insane. Okay. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen NVIDIA do this, right? We have seen it before. But given that how the bears have continued to creep into the market and how they've continued to try to push the market down, and they're slowly seceding. Don't get it twisted. They're slowly starting to secede. Okay. I know a lot of YouTubers are telling you bulls are winning, bulls are winning. Yeah, these bears, they're getting stronger. Okay. I'll give you that much. All right. So that is what I'm looking at as far as the potential bullish scenario. Okay. If you're expecting some type of rally or whatever the case may be, that's 900 is on the table. Okay, I will say that much. All right, I'll give you that much. Right. Downside again, 830. You break below 830, you're heading towards 823. Lowest I'm looking at on Nvidia is 740. We'll talk about that when we get to 823. If we get to 823, we'll get to 823. But yeah, we'll talk about that when we get there. All right. So AMD. So AMD's pretty interesting. This is another reason why I'm kind of skeptical heading into tomorrow, and we could see somewhat of a bounce. Okay. So One thing that's kind of bugging me about AMD is that we have yet to retest the supply and demand zone. Let me zoom in for you guys. We have yet to retest this supply and demand zone. We have yet to retest this trend. So again, this supports what I just said about NVIDIA and the piercing line pattern, the bullish pattern, and things like that, where AMD can easily just head back up here, maybe 175, 180 tops, I'm looking at, before the next leg down. So that is on the table. And in order for us, okay, because I keep telling you guys, wicks tell you where sellers and buyers are, right? In order for us to break past these guys right here, we need news. I think that's clear as day. In order to break through all of this craziness, because there's a lot going on, we need news. We need good news, I would say. Or the market needs to react to news in a good way. Okay, because we've seen the market react to bad news in a good way and good news in a bad way. So we don't know anymore, right? But we need news. And conveniently we have news tomorrow. If you don't know, we have PPI tomorrow at around 8:30 Eastern. We have core PPI, we have unemployment claims, we got FOMC, we got a lot going on tomorrow, all right? Plain and simple. So that's my expectations, or that's what I'm looking at as far as AMD. A potential upside move, slight upside move, we're looking at 175, 180 tops. As far as downside goes, you want to break below the supply and demand zone at 163. People are saying 164. The bottom of the supply, this is how you get faked out. Because if we break below, this is why I tell you guys, support and resistance can easily fake you out. You break below 164, you hit 163, you suddenly bounce up, and you're like, wow, why? What happened? You're still in the supply and demand zone, even if you break below 164. But people are saying 164, so whatever. All right. So 163, you break below the supply and demand zone, you start heading towards these guys over here at 160. All right. Let's get a closer look. And there is a lot. So we need crazy news, okay, for us to break below these guys, to get rid of these guys at 161, 160 range, okay? So keep your eyes out on this level. We break below supply and demand zone. It's going to probably be a lot of consolidation. Maybe we get some bad news, whatever the case may be, before we start getting rid of these guys and stopping them out their position. SOXL. So I told myself I need to start going over this more because semiconductors follow this, or AMD, NVIDIA, all that follows this, SMH, all that, all those semiconductor ETFs and things of that nature. So SOXL. So right now, as you guys can see, we are hugging this trend line. Okay, we are hugging this trend line, and no, this is not a bull flag. This is a falling wedge pattern. Okay, so move we could be looking at right now. We head towards 45. I'll say highest we're looking at is about 47, right where these guys are, before we potentially push back down. Okay. Price target right now I'm looking at is 40. Okay. I set this in the Discord. I'm looking at 40. Okay. As the price target. And at that point, I imagine, AMD, a lot of semiconductors will start following this thing. Okay. Or will follow this thing when that does happen. So if we do get a bounce tomorrow, this is my expectations. Okay. If we don't get a bounce tomorrow, then obviously we're just going to head towards 40. And at that point, if we do break below 40, next key level I'm looking at is about 38, 39. It's a pretty tight range in this area. So unless we gap down, I don't see us just plummeting straight, just getting rid of all of this. Okay. There's a lot going on. Okay. Zoom out. Your charts will tell you where all the turbulence and craziness is. Okay. But until we break below 38, okay, I'm not hardcore bearish. Okay, we break below 38, then I'm looking at a move towards these guys down here. Okay, at about 35. Okay, so look for that on SOXL. All right, triple Qs. I still hate going over triple Qs. It's just, I mean, look at this. Like, what do you say here? All right. So triple Qs. I mean, I still expect more downside. However, I wouldn't be surprised again we get a bounce tomorrow where we do one of these moves because I'm pretty sure this is like a fair value gap somewhere in this area. I don't trade off fair value gaps, but I know how they work. And then we head down. So maybe we retest 440 one more good time, 442 being my max before we head further down. All right, on the triple Qs. In order to be bullish on triple Qs, you want to see a move above 447. Me personally, I would like to see 450 before we head higher. At that point, that would be right around these guys up here. You break below above these guys up here, you're in price discovery mode. 440, 455, 460, things of that nature. All right. As far as downside goes, 433, 432.5. You break below that, you're looking at some major pain in the market. All right. So that is what I will be looking at as far as the triple Qs. All right. So again, upside, potentially fill up this. There's a fair value gap somewhere here, I'm pretty sure. All right. But double check, do your own research. Before we head back down, highest we can potentially go is maybe retest 444 once again for the 50th time. But right now I'm looking at 440, 442, and then we head further down at that point. Okay. So those are the moves I'm looking at. 432 if you're bearish, you want to see that break. You break below 432, then you're heading all the way down to 428 to 429 range. After that, you're pretty much filling this gap at around 425. Okay. SPY. So SPY again is I mean, it's looking the same. Okay, it's looking the same on the daily time frame. Again, you hit this guy, you hit about 518, maybe retest 518 heading into tomorrow before the next leg down. 508 is still my target on the SPY. Simple as that. Okay. So 518. In order for me to be bullish again, I want to see a move above 521, or not bullish, but more so neutral. I want to see a move above 521. 522 if you really want to be safe. After that, you're heading towards 524 where these guys are. After that, you're looking at, in order for me to expect a rally to happen, I pretty much want to see a move above 525 on the SPY. But for now, you break below 512, you're heading towards 508, 509, 508 range, pretty easy. The lowest you're looking at is about 507. Simple as that. All right. So expected move if we do get some upside heading into tomorrow. Boom, boom. Simple as that. All right. ES. So I told you guys that if ES gets below 5200, it's heading towards 5150. Okay. And it's trying to get there. It's really trying to get there. So if I wanted to see a bullish or somewhat bullish scenario heading into tomorrow, and mind you, this is the daily time frame. So Friday, we may get more downside. Boom. We retest 230, maybe 250. And then after that, you're heading much lower to 5150. That's your slightly bullish scenario. Okay. In order for me to be truly bullish again, 5300. Simple as that. You get above 5300, I'm looking at a move towards 5330. Okay. 5330, you get above 5330, price discovery mode. Simple as that. All right. 5150, you get below that, then sheesh. Run for the hills. Okay. 5150, after that, you're looking at 5123, and then after that, you're heading towards 5100. Plain and simple. Okay. But as you guys can, come on, as you guys can see, yeah, we're still slightly heading down. It's pretty early, but we'll see how tomorrow turns out. All right. But still, it looks like this thing wants to push further down. This is one thing I want to make clear. This is very controlled selling. Okay. I will say that much. Market makers don't want the market. I mean, we keep getting bad news. We got Iran attacking Israel. We got all this news. And as you guys can see, this is very controlled selling. Okay. So market makers don't want anyone to win. Okay. They're trying to kill everybody's premiums. So, keep that in mind when you're trading. It's best to just, take profit when you can. Simple as that. But yeah, moving on. NASDAQ, last video, I mean Nasdaq. I still think this thing is heading towards 17. I would say lowest 17,300, but short term, I'm looking at 18,000. You break below 18,000, you're heading towards 17,700, 17,800 range. Simple as that. A potential slightly bullish scenario. You do one of these moves, you head towards 18,400, 18,450. Boom. Okay. Simple as that. If you want to be bullish, I say this every video, 18,610, you want to be kind of neutral. After that, you break above these guys up here at 18,710, then you're looking to rally once again. Okay. Simple as that. Bitcoin, not much to talk about here on Bitcoin. It's still in this daily supply and demand zone. However, okay, as you guys can see, it retest. It's currently trying to break out. Let's actually go to the 4 hour. I don't know why I'm on a daily. I don't know why I'm on a daily, but as you guys can see, breakdown, retest, and it looks like we could head higher. Okay. Only thing is we got to get above these guys at 72,500. Okay. We could potentially double top right here and head lower, or we head higher. In order for me to be, or Bitcoin's already bullish, right? But in order for me to expect, more upside or a rally, 74,000. You break above 74,000, you're looking at 75,000, and then after that, we could head towards 80K. All right. Also, congratulations to Discord members who took Bitcoin. We took profit on that Forex signal for Bitcoin, so congratulations to everyone who took that. Yeah, we took profit on that at like 60 is I don't know. It dropped hard this morning and we took profit like 68, 67K. So congratulations to everybody who took that. Also congratulations to everyone who took our 510. Wait, no. Yeah, actually, yeah, we took profit on I think I told you guys about this trade yesterday. I'm not sure, but 510 puts for April 15th. We took these at close at around 519, and we took profit. As if you paid attention to what happened this morning, SPY gap down. We took profit at like 513. So that was absolutely a beautiful play. I didn't even I thought I shared my screenshot on my profits, but I guess I didn't. But regardless, beautiful play. Join the Discord. Discord link is in the description below. $25 a month. I mean, I keep showing you guys these wins every single day. Haven't shown you a loss yet for like a week and a half straight. I think I could be wrong. Feel free to, Google check me or whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. But anyway, I'm rambling. Okay, so SPY, triple Qs, ES, Bitcoin. Okay, so we went over Tesla. We didn't go over Tesla. I'm going over Tesla because I know someone's going to ask me about Tesla. So Tesla, it looks like a false breakout just happened. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So 170, you want to break below 170. You break below 170, I think this thing is just heading back down. Okay, it did break. I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt here. It did break back below the supply and demand zone. So it retested this supply and demand zone right here, broke back down, broke another supply and demand zone. So it could head back down to 164, 165 range. Okay, now, granted, okay, there is a lot of buyers down here, a lot. So Tesla always gets news out of nowhere. So Tesla needs news for us to get rid of all these guys and stop them out of their position. But for now, it just doesn't look good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I still have a price target of 150. I'm sorry, and that's based off the weekly, so it can take some time for that to play out. For me to be bullish again on Tesla, 185, 187. You break out of supply and demand zone. I'm slightly bullish on Tesla once again. I'll be cautious, but I'll be slightly bullish. I will want to see us get around in this area and see what happens here, where these guys are. You see all this turbulence up here. So that's what I'm looking at as far as Tesla. MU, good lord, this thing is a annoying. Oh my gosh, this thing is so annoying. I would never trade this, never. Okay, so MU, this thing just keeps playing games. So right now, after I was at 121.8. If I'm assuming that it's going to follow SOXL and NVDA and everything I said about NVIDIA, if there was a slightly bullish scenario, if there was, okay, if there was, you could do one of these moves where you hit 126 again before the next leg down. Okay. That's I don't see that being likely, but it's on the table. Okay, it's on the table. Cause as you can see, look at all these bears. I mean, bears here, bears here, bears here. Someone wants this thing to drop. They want it to drop, guys. Trust me. They want this thing to just go. And Bulls just won't give up. I mean, they're trying their hardest. It went all the way up here, dropped. Here, dropped. Here, dropped. I will find it extremely hard to believe that Bears did all of that for this thing to be like, yeah, no, tomorrow or Friday. That would be insane. So 120, you break below 120. I would say 119 because it was at 119 this morning. You break below 119, you're heading towards 117. Again, you want to get rid of these guys. At 117, I suggest you just take profit and just run and call it a day. But the projected move, okay, if I'm following my strategy, and my strategy, I mean, you guys seen it. This is how I'm calling this stuff every YouTube video. The projected move is about 114. Okay, so if you're willing to wait from 114, we got news tomorrow. We got news the next day. Maybe one of those things causes it. But this thing is just, oh my gosh, I'm tired of it. I want to get rid of it off my watch list at this point. All right, so yeah, be on the lookout for that. As far as upside goes, you just want to break above 131. Simple as that. 131, you're heading towards 150. Simple as that. And that's only because I'm saying 150 because the price upgrade was 150. I'm just gonna go with that number. All right, at that point. VIX. This is a longer video than I thought. Sorry. So VIX. Um, I still think this thing is going to head towards at least 18, 17 minimum, 18 max. Okay. I mean, there's not much to talk about here. You guys can see it's retesting, retesting. I and that's it. That's all I got for it. All right. So one thing I want to point out to you guys is that when you're following these YouTubers or whatever the case may be, it's extremely easy to constantly call the same trend over and over. The market goes up more than down every single year, or almost every year, especially when it's election year. So it's easy to play it safe and sit in your little turtle shell and be like, oh, it's going to go up, or it's going to go up, oh, it's going to go up. And these same traders will keep telling you to buy the dip. And I guarantee you, they haven't bought the dip themselves. I've seen it. I see this happen all the time. I guarantee you, they don't buy the dip when they tell you to buy the dip. A lot of these YouTubers. It's really easy for me to start a YouTube video and be like, "Oh, bullish, bullish, bullish." Why? And majority of the time, I'll be right. Majority of the time, I'll be right. Why? Because that's what the market does. Look. I mean, we can go to the monthly time frame. You will see over the years, the market goes more up. This was COVID. The market goes up more than down. I mean, simple as that. Look at this. Anyone can do this. But how many traders can tell you day by day, play by play, when a drop is coming? And then the next day tell you after the drop came in that, oh, we're going to get a bounce and be correct. Not too many traders can do that. I haven't seen too many. I think I have a very rare YouTube channel where I'm able to call these moves using my strategy. I'm not trying to predict the future or anything, but trusting my strategy, trusting the swing trade strategy, trusting supply and demand zones that it's going to tell me or lead me in the right direction, whether we have news or not. You've seen what happened yesterday. You've seen what happened in the video before. You've seen it happen when I posted or titled my videos that NVIDIA is warning us. And what happened like a few days later? NVIDIA plummets all the way to 830. I don't make this stuff up, guys. I don't. So overall, the trend is bullish, sure. But anyone can call that. Anyone can be right and say, even though the market dipped today, it's still bullish. Like that's an easy call. That's a easy. Anyone can do that. But again, you gotta give me my props. You gotta give me a like at this point. That's my little rant. Discord link is in the description below. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. If you disagree or agree, feel free to comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, traders.